Good morning from Thunder Bay, Ontario, land of the sleeping giant, Kichigumi. Saturday, June 28th, 2025. Currently 13 degrees Celsius, clear skies. Sunrise, 5:57 a.m. That's why I'm out here, folks. I'm out here to show you something that a lot of people are failing to ignore what I keep telling them. Is the sun rises in what used to be the north. See? When I grew up, and anyone from Thunder Bay would know, that's where the sun is supposed to come up. It always has. All the years I've been here. As you're about to see, that's not the case anymore. The sun doesn't even rise anywhere near the sleeping giant. And when you're in Thunder Bay, that's Lake Superior. We're at the tip of Lake Superior, sleeping giant. East is Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Atlantic Ocean. Everything that way is supposed to be east. So the sun is rising that way, which you're about to see. So while we're sitting here watching the sunrise, let's talk about some news. Sorry, there's a mosquito on my hand. Now, why do I want to talk about the news this morning? As the sun rises in what is now the north. Donald Trump, everybody's favorite cartoon character, he said yesterday in the Oval Office, economically, we have such power over Canada, I'd rather not use it. He said this as the U.S. Supreme Court ruling gives Trump more power. And he intends to use it. Keep in mind his big failure in Iran. Got their asses kicked over there. So he tucked tail and ran. And they like picking on weaker countries that can't seem to defend themselves. Now, Canada has a long history of fighting wars and all this and that. But compared to our neighbors to the south, if Mr. Trump intends to use his power, not a lot we can do about that. I think, I hope, I don't know. Don't know what our banker prime minister has planned for us. So, all this is happening while approximately 55 Canadians detained by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. ICE Approximately 55 Canadians. I chuckle because why is it approximately? They're not sure exactly how many Canadians have been detained. I guess they can't get their numbers right, so they just gotta guess at it. And all this happening while Canada imposes the Canada Digital Services Tax, which Mr. Trump got all childish and walked out of the negotiations. So he intends to use his power. I don't know what that means, whether he's going to try to choke us out financially, economically, or he might just blindside us and do the military thing. I hope not, but sorry, I'm getting chewed alive by mosquitoes here. Oh, whack of them. I'm giving them breakfast. Doing my part for Mother Nature. Get off. All right. So I'm out here making this video for y'all, waiting for the sun to come up. But as you can see, it's brighter to the north because the sleeping giant used to be east. But now it seems, apparently, east is now north. As you'll see the sun coming up, it's no longer coming up near the sleeping giant where it used to be in all my years around here. See, it's brighter to the north. That's north, or at least what used to be north. Now, when you pull out your compass, that's north. You see? That's the new north. And that's supposed to be west. Well, that's north now. That's east. See, you can see the sun coming up behind that apartment building. It is nowhere near over there where it used to be. And this was not too long ago. You see? So, looking what used to be north is now east. And when they talk about pole shift, here's your proof. Pull out your compass, look at it, and ask yourself, this ain't right. Now, when the earth is out of alignment as it is, it's off balance, it affects all life on the planet. Not just animals, but even us humans too. Because we're affected by magnetics, electric energy. That's why they had the MK Ultra program, zapping people's minds to see how electric frequencies would affect the mind. So, this is probably why the U.S. Supreme Court is making insane judgment, giving a lunatic president more power than he should have. They should be taking away his power because he's just not making very sane decisions. And again, I say because the earth is out of balance, it's affecting us human beings in a bad way. We don't know which way is up, which way is down, what's good, what's bad. Because the earth is badly out of balance. The sun is taking its time, but as you can see, I think I've proven my point. It's coming up over there behind that apartment building. That used to be north. Well, like I said, as you can see, it's apparently east now. So I guess since we're talking about news headlines, Bill C-5 received its royal assent. So they took that piece of paper, they wiped their ass with it now. What does that mean? I don't know. But getting back to pole shift, Bill C-5 extracting more minerals out of the ground, cut more trees down. Let's just make the earth more unstable. When you take minerals out of the ground, there's nothing there. It's off balance. The weight is gone. Therefore, the earth's axis is naturally going to shift or tilt or whatever they're calling pole shift. See? Sleeping giant. It's dark. There's no sunlight. North. It's getting brighter. Pay attention, people. We're living in very interesting times. So many bad decisions are being made on high levels. It's like the world is going nuts. I see it everywhere when I walk downtown. People fighting everywhere. Couples. Just lunatics walking around. That's why I'm staying home a lot more lately, because I get overwhelmed by the pains of the earth. You see, when I see young couples fighting, it really breaks my heart to know that society is literally falling apart. And I'm trying my best to try to get people to at least acknowledge these things, because it might help people understand what is going on with this planet. I know what's going on with me right now. I got a swarm of mosquitoes. That's why the camera is a little shaky. Because I'm being shaken bakey for the mosquitoes. Giving them their breakfast. But I'm doing this for you people, because I think people need to know what's going on. Mainstream media, what I call lamestream media, they don't really report the news anymore. They just go with the script that their corporate sponsors dictate for them to put out there. I wish the sun would do be a little quicker here. But you can see it's nowhere near over there, right around his chest. That's where it normally used to come up. But now it's coming up there. North. North is the new east. West is the new north. South is the new west. Scary, interesting times, folks. Pull out your compasses wherever you're at on this planet and observe the readings. And stop paying attention so much to these leaders, because I think they know a lot more what's going on than they will ever admit. That's why people like me get demonized, called crazy. Well, look around you. Why does the sun rise in the north? Our government officials need to start talking more. They need to start telling the truth about a lot of things that are going on. Because climate change, well, it's affected with the pole shift. And with the pole shift comes human-animal behaviors. I watch all these videos on all the fellow YouTuber channels, and they're showing videos of animal behaviors acting strange. Weather patterns are different. Observe the weather patterns in your area of the world. You need to start noticing these things, because the time may come when maybe this shift is going to cause something so horrible, unstoppable, such as giant earthquakes, maybe super volcanoes we've all heard of. Well, the sun is taking its sweet time. I want to try to keep this video shorter than expected. Oh, sorry, good morning. I'm just illustrating how the sun is rising in the north. Thank you, have a good morning. But you see how quickly people are to dismiss it. They just giggle it off and walk on. And that's their choice. I don't force things on people. I just make videos to show and document things that are happening on our planet. That's why I call my channel the Planet Keeper Media. And somebody has to pay attention to these things, because if we don't, who is going to take care of our young people, our children? Because us adults don't seem to care too much about what's going on around us. We're all just so busy going about our lives without a care in the world about the planet itself, how it's affecting us, global wars, weather patterns. Everything is happening so fast. It concerns me, because I feel these earth changes, and I see them when I'm walking the streets, the human behaviors. Either people are becoming more aggressive and violent towards one another, or they're just becoming more desensitized and disconnected. It's one or the other. As people are becoming very out of touch, whether it's through violence, ignorance, racism, causing wars. So anyways, there you have it, folks. The sun is coming up in the north. Nowhere's near the sleeping giant. And I think I'm about done feeding these mosquitoes. Go home, have some more coffee and some breakfast. Very interesting though. Hey, look at that. The sun is coming up in the north. And it just, like I said, how the lady kind of just walked by and kind of chuckled and have fun with that. I mean, I'm just wondering, do people have any sense of reality anymore? And I'm not trying to be ignorant. I'm not trying to act like I know more or whatever. I'm just documenting these things for you all, because I feel it is my job as an indigenous person. Because we indigenous people, it's our task to take care of this planet and to advise our non-native brothers and sisters to realign them with who they are. It's called self-discovery. When you discover yourself again, you tend to be able to think for yourself because you've discovered yourself. I think a lot of people are so fearful of reality because of these earth changes, wars, insane lunatic government leaders. I think some people choose to just ignore it because maybe they have this mentality where if you ignore the problem, it'll just go away. But sadly, I don't see things the same as them because I'm watching the sun rise in the north. Big changes. Hey, look at that. It's slowly coming up. It's almost going to come over that building soon. There you can see the sundog. And all that, like I said, it's supposed to be over there. That's where the sun was supposed to come up. That way. Not there. Hey? Who's the lunatic now? I've often been called crazy about things I talk about. That's why I get angry sometimes. Because I'll show you the evidence, the proof, and some people will still deny it. So sometimes I don't think it's out of fear. I think it's more out of ignore it and it won't go away. Maybe they think I'm the cause of it somehow. Well, I tell you, if I had the power to move the sun, I certainly wouldn't be living in my little cabin that I live in. I'd be living in a much better cabin in a better location. And I'd have a vehicle to drive and all that, you see? So how can I be the cause of this? People get mad at me. I sometimes say, am I the cause of things? Well, if I'm the cause of things, why am I so poor and oppressed? A few things to think about. So, I encourage you all to like, share, subscribe, or don't. That's up to you. I'll make nobody do nothing. Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. Boulevard Lake. Planet Keeper Media. Gonna keep you informed as Earth changes continue.